Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Money Matters Top Tips for Success, where each and every day I bring on new business owners, entrepreneurs, and executives and have them share their top tips for success with you. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres to keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, book signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, moneymatterstoptips.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today I have Sigi Marmorstein on the line, and she is the CEO and founder over at Baby Live Advice. Sigi, welcome to the show.
Thank you. So fun to be here.
So I'm excited to get more into what you're doing over at Baby Live Advice and how you're helping your clients. But before we do that, let's get a little bit further into your background. So how'd you get started in your career in business?
So I've been a nurse since 1996. I graduated from USC with my bachelor degree in nursing and worked for a few years in an NICU and a pediatric nurse. Went back to USC and got my master's in nursing as a nurse practitioner in 1999 and has been a nurse practitioner full-time in practice since then. Been working in various clinical settings, including emergency room, family practice, outpatient clinics, homeless shelters, home companies and others, and really have done many work around, giving care for people of all over the United States and especially here in Los Angeles. I also started a company called Telehealth Consulting Services in 2009 and started about 68 telehealth programs across the United States and internationally. And as an advisor and as an entrepreneur, I have worked with Kaiser Southern California, with DaVita, Advantage Health, and other international companies in bringing healthcare to people via telehealth, which has been a very exciting 10 years for me in doing so.
That's awesome. And so you've obviously managed to make a long-term career in healthcare and in nursing, and now with also Baby Live Advice, which we're going to get into. That being said, there's some younger, let's just say college grads out there. Maybe they didn't go to college and they're just started in the workforce, and they may have some concepts around entrepreneurship or wanting to be an entrepreneur. Now you've managed to do it, so you and create your businesses. What kind of advice would you give to that new person that's out there, really just on getting started with their first entrepreneurial venture?
I love this question. First of all, I think that all nurses should try and become an entrepreneur as they know their business and care of patients the best. Actually, recently we started an entrepreneurship program and telehealth program at Western University of Health Sciences to help nurses understand, just like you said, the basic of entrepreneurship. My best advice to anybody who wants to become an entrepreneur is really understand the problem that they're trying to solve first and really learn it the best that they can, do all the research that they can in understanding the problems that exist around whatever area it is that they're trying to solve, and be as deep as they can in understanding all the aspects of it. Another thing is I would tell them to really understand their competition and what's currently available in the market, make sure that they create a differentiator when they are thinking of their company.
That's awesome. Let's speaking of companies, let's switch it up a bit, Sigi. I want to get into what you're doing over at Baby Live Advice. So first, tell us a little bit more about the company, please.
So Baby Live Advice was, it came out by mistake, actually, almost. I started Baby Live Advice out of the need to find a solution around maternal child morbidity and mortality in the country. And as I said before, really learning this problem and where it is arising from. And in 2014 to 2016 was very lucky to be part of a very large pilot that studied telehealth modalities in caring for moms from preconception to early childhood and trying to mitigate some of the horrible statistics around maternal child morbidity and mortality in our country. I think a lot of people probably don't know this, but in our country, we have a 4-year in a row very large population, worse in the African-American population, but other who suffer from mortality, which means that they pretty much die while giving birth or within a year of giving birth, or have severe, outcomes postpartum that leaves them disabilitated. Some of the issues around this have to do with, with lack of access to care. And in our great country of the United States, unfortunately, we have 5 million moms who are living in an area where there is no OBGYN or maternity ward available to them. That means that we have huge disparities in the way we are accessing care, and unfortunately, these are the outcomes that we see. So I set up to try and solve that problem using a telehealth platform that is using non-medical providers, nurses, nutritionists, mental health providers, social workers, care coordinators, and others to help us access those women on their timetable at their home and educate and train them and monitor them in between their doctor's appointment to allow them to have education training and empowering them to do the right thing while they're pregnant and in early childhood with their babies.
Wow, that's amazing. And so what kind of, so if there's somebody's listening to this right now and they want to get involved or they want to learn more and also want a little bit more on the resources, can you go a little bit further into that and kind of the structure?
Yes. So currently, if two things we do, we are partnering with healthcare providers, hospitals, and insurance companies to take on moms who are currently under care of a provider and interact with them in between the doctor's appointments via telehealth. We have an application that's called the Baby Love Advice Application, where a mom signs up through the application and she can choose to talk to her nurse or a midwife or a lactation consultant or a mental health provider or any other one of our providers at any time via a video visit, a chat, or phone. Ask her questions, talk about her concerns, understand what the problems are, and be educated about her pregnancy, about her body, about things that are happening to her, and also learn about the risk signs that are happening and how to quickly, get the help that she needs when that happens. We have both sides of the equation. We also monitor moms and help their providers to have constant access to them. And so providers come to us so we can help their panel to be managed better by answering people's phone. We are open from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. We also chat with moms, and we also have emails with moms. And so we are really helping health insurance and providers to manage the panels better in order to reduce the risk of complications that come with pregnancy and later on with early childhood.
That's awesome. So, Sigi, if somebody does want to learn more, what's the best route for them to reach out?
The best route to reach out to us is through our website, which is www.babyliveadvice.com. On there is all of our information and all of our contact information, and also moms can sign directly through our website into our application and become a member of our group of moms.
That's awesome. So, Sigi, I really appreciate you coming on the show and sharing more about your background and all the great work that you're doing over at Baby Live Advice. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, leave me a review on the Apple iTunes Store, do all those great things we do to support our podcasters. I really do appreciate it. And Sigi, thanks again for coming on the show.